He was so close to me that he couldn't finish his jump, so he decided to spin around. He spun around because he hard-tracked me. Because I rolled past him, so he had to turn around. Gotta love when enemies hard-track you like that. In fact, track of any kind. Like, I understand why they track you, but it's just bad. Especially when you have an attack that's that long. I'm doing heavy attacks when I shouldn't be, also. I really should stop doing that. I think I can only do heavy attacks when he grabs. That's the only time I have enough time to actually do one. I also have to be at the right distance for that too. That attack is just so much faster than every other attack of his. Also, he swung twice, 3 times there. I thought he only swung twice. Like, I feel like I can't react to his... just that one swing. Everything else I can. Just that one swing I can't. I don't feel like I'm fast rolling. I don't know. Maybe I should just take off all my armor and stuff. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Apparently you can't just dodge through that. That has a lingering hitbox. Just like Calamite. You just have to side roll. Maybe you shouldn't even back roll at all against this guy. Maybe I should fight him like I'm fighting, what's his name? Oh, I forgot what that boss's name was. The one from Dark Souls 2. It's not the Smelter Demon, the other thing. In the DLC. The one dude with the two swords. That's also fire in the fire area. I can't remember his name. Fume Knight? That's it. Fume Knight. Or Fume something. Maybe I should fight him like I'm fighting that guy. Because I had a specific way of fighting him. I looked for certain tells for his attacks. Maybe I should do that. Okay. 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 2. No, that's still way too fast, that attack. 4. Nah, that one attack is just fair, just slightly too fast. I can't read it. Like, I'm looking at his animations, I don't see when I should press. I have to, like, predict it. He's gonna use it. If I don't predict it, I'm gonna get hit. Which means I just have to roll when he gets close to me. That's not something you really should be doing, or need to do, because you should be able to tell what their attacks are. Because animations have, like, 3 types to them. 3 parts to them, I guess you can call it. First you have the wind up. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. That one is, like, really fast. It's basically instant, his wind up, is what I'm seeing. You have the second part, which is when the damage goes, or damage becomes, like, available. When the hitbox activates. Which is like his mid-swing. And then you have the tail end of the attack, which is basically recovery time. So basically, normally the 3 parts of the attacks is what a player uses to determine what they can do. Wind up, you can tell you what to dodge, when to dodge, where to dodge. The damage part. He always just lunges at you. Okay. The damage part is you just know how long the attack's gonna be, so you know where to dodge. And then the tail end is you either are in the right position to counterattack, or just do whatever. Like heal, move into position somewhere else. That's your safety period, I guess. But his wind-up is basically instant for that, so you basically lose a step in the process. And it's basically instant damage volume then. Like, sure, I got hit a bunch of times in that last attempt. But that was due to me being bad. I didn't recognize where to dodge. I could see the wind-ups. I just didn't know where to dodge, or when to dodge. Like, all of those attacks he did were slow. They weren't as fast as his instant attack. But that's what I had an issue with Nameless King. Nameless King also had really fast attacks. I never really fought him melee. Like when I did, my first time, I attempted to beat him, I just couldn't do it. Because his attacks were really fast. That's why I just started ranging him down. Like he has a long windup for that, right? So you can see that. Same with that. You can see the windup for like most of his attacks. Why am I not locked on? Maybe it's not a good idea to... Like, it's so fast! You saw my roll got queued up there. My roll got queued up because I got hit instantly. Like, that attack. That is the one attack that shouldn't be in this fight. I can see everything else is fine. And this is the only boss I see it in this entire game. Artorios was fine. Manus was fine. Even Calamite was fine. Like, what else boss? Maybe, no, even Ornstein, Smo and Ornstein were fine. I can't think of a boss in Dark Souls 1 that has as fast of a wind-up as his. I'm like going through the bosses in my head and I can't think of one right now. Of course, I'm like forgetting all of the bosses right now because my memory is so good. So what's the first boss? Asylum Demon? He's slow. He's really slow. Taurus Demon? He's pretty slow too. I don't think he has anything. He might have one. I can't remember. What's after that? Is that Capra Demon next? No, Gargoyles. Gargoyles don't have any... Well, Gargoyles... They have one, I think. Which is their knock-up attack. Though I don't remember if it's, like, instant. And Capra Demon didn't have any. I don't have stamina for this. Gibbon Dragon was slow. Okay, he input reads. He 100% input reads. He is input reading. Every single time you use an Estus, he does the exact same thing. He charges at you and lunges forward. Every single time. The only time he won't do that is when he's mid-animation in a different attack. This is exactly what Champion Gundyr does in Dark Souls 3. It's the exact same thing. They both lunge at you when you use an Estus. They're trying to forcibly punish you for healing by using the exact same attack. I mean, it's not bad, but it's input reading. Input reading is bad. Forcing you, like, punishing you for healing is not a bad thing. Using the exact same attack for healing is a bad thing. Because it's the exact same attack. You know it's going to come. That's why you should never heal then. There's no counterplay to it. The only reason you would ever abuse input reading, like as a player, is if you want that attack to happen. Ow. But since you're stuck mid-animation, you can't even dodge out of it. See, I was way too far for him to do it. But he could have did it. Too fast. I could heal, but he'll just start running at me again. I pressed roll. I pressed roll forward though, so maybe I rolled into his attack. Like, I feel like there's no point in healing in this fight. He's just gonna interrupt me every single time. Like, how many times have I got a successful heal off in this fight? Like 2 times out of, I don't know, 20? It's just almost not worth it to heal. I never realized this before. Like, I already know some enemies' input read. It's like pretty obvious that they do. The most obvious one is parry. When enemies parry, that's an input read. Because it works 100% of the time. When they're in their parry stance. But you can't really counterplay that. You just have to wait till they drop it. Or use an attack they can't parry. Otherwise, you just wait. Because you know they're just going to input read you and you can't do anything about it. Didn't stagger. What are you standing around for? Oh, okay. It's fine. Too fast. Here it comes. He was already ready an attack. Here it comes. Did you see the difference there? Normally, after he's finished attack, he walks around for like 2 seconds. 1 second. I backed off, used the heal. He instantly just dashed at me. He did it twice. Like, you can see his patterns. He just does 2 attacks. 2 to 3 attacks, he walks around for a bit, and then he comes back to attack you. Basically removes that downtime also, when you try to use an Estus. Generally during that downtime you recover stamina. You're not allowed to heal. I don't know, I just can't get a successful heal off against him. Ever. Even if he's using, like, mid-attack and a different attack. He won't cancel his attack, but he will queue up a dash, which doesn't allow me to get a heal off. Like, it's actually possible to create a boss purely on input reading. That's impossible to beat. Just give it a dodge. That's it. Suddenly you can't beat a boss that input reads. Every time you attack, he dodges instantly. You'll never hit him. God, that's so fast. I was gonna get a second hit there and just stagger him, but nope. He used his instant attack. It's literally the only thing in this fight that really shouldn't exist. Other than that, this fight's not bad. Like, I wouldn't mind the input reading for using an Estus if he didn't have that attack. Because I can dodge everything else. Like, let's say I dodge everything and I don't need a heal. Then this fight's fine, right? But he has an instant attack, which... well, maybe it's not instant. Maybe I'm wrong on all of this, but I'm just gonna go with it. It's pretty instant. He has that attack, which I can't dodge. Maybe it's possible to actually read it, but I can't read it. So that forces me to take damage. And since I'm forced to take damage, I need to heal. And if I try to heal, well, I get punished for that, so I'm not allowed to heal. So let's say he chains that attack. He has his instant damage attack. He does it like 4 times in a row. I'm basically dead then. And there's nothing I can do about it, because I'm not allowed to heal it back up. Otherwise, I'm basically dead. Oh, didn't roll in time. Like, you can see all of these attacks coming. I knew that attack was coming, I just rolled too early. Like, I had time to react. I just reacted too early. Like, the attack itself is fine. I'm not saying the attack is, like, insanely bad. It's the animation. There's no readable animation for that. That one attack. Maybe there is, and I'm not seeing it. I've noticed that before. In some other game, I forget what it is. There was something that I thought didn't have a read, and I looked back on it, and there was actually a tell, but I just didn't see it. Because, I mean, I could be just completely wrong on everything, so... It's happened before. I'm not gonna deny that I'm wrong. But this is what I'm seeing right now, so... Guess I just gotta observe him more. See how he just walks around after his attack? Was that his fast attack? I couldn't tell. Or was that a slow one? Because I was busy doing a follow-up heavy hit, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was hoping to just stagger him out of whatever he's doing. I don't know if my animation was slow or he was doing his fast attack, because I never attempted to do 2 heavies yet. Because if I can get 2 heavy hits off, I can deal more damage, so why not? Doesn't matter if I use up all my stamina to do it. As long as I stagger him, then can back away, then it's fine. Oh yeah, I was going through the list of the bosses. What was after Gaping Dragon? That would be Blighttown, which is Quelaag. Quelaag? I don't think she had any. There was actually one attack I thought didn't have a tail before, but actually does. I don't think I experienced it in this playthrough. She has an explosion that has like quite a long wind up to it, but I never could tell what the wind up was until I looked it up. I missed. Oh, I'm out of stamina too. Ah. So what's after Quelaag? That's after you ring the second bell, so you go into Sen's Fortress. Iron Golem, he didn't have any. Ornstein and Smough, not really. Then after that you get the Lord Vessel, which you can fight whatever boss you want then. Priscilla, well, you can't see her so you can't tell. But I don't think she had any. Gwendolyn didn't have any. Who else? Four Kings. I could tell every single animation he was doing. Like, the only one I couldn't really tell was his magic, but the magic had to travel anyways, so then I could tell what was going on with that. It did have the wind-up, but I just couldn't tell it apart from his other attacks. Seath. They all had wind-ups, I think. Did it? Yeah, even his tail attack had wind-up. The Silent Demon clones all were the same. They didn't have wind-ups, or they did, but they were long. Okay. Okay, I just can't do a second heavy attack. So fast. Second heavy attack is too slow. Because he hit me with a slow attack rather than his instant attack. Alright, so who else? Where was I? Fire Sage Demon, same thing. Same thing as a Silent Demon. Scorpion Dude. Forget his name. Didn't have anything. Bed of Chaos isn't a boss fight. Pinwheel, I don't know. I don't think so. Nito, all of his attacks had tells. Is that every boss in the game? The Hydra, I guess. It had a tell, but I couldn't, like, find the right spot to stand in. I don't know, is there any more bosses in the main game? I think I've listed everything. Yeah, I think I've listed everything. And then DLC bosses. Sanctuary Guardian didn't have any. Artorias didn't have any. Who is next? I was mid-attack. Maybe I shouldn't go for a second hit at all after using heavy. Manus didn't have any. They all had tells. Calamite didn't have any. This is the only boss. And maybe the gargoyles had one. Maybe. I can't really remember how fast they were with that one attack. Like, literally everything is dodgeable. Everything is readable. I mean, that one attack of Gwyn's is not, like, making me lose all the time, but is a big factor in why I'm losing some of the times. Like, he does it probably half the fights I've done now. Maybe less than half. Like, he doesn't do it all the time. And he only does it sometimes. That's why I'm staying far away from him, just so he doesn't do it. I want him to just jump at me, so I know he's not doing it. Did I not roll? I thought I rolled. I like how something died now. Oh wait, I can heal. I just need to get into position. Except I can't get into position because he keeps following me. I also don't know where the position is. It's like over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, he has to walk around that rock. Oh. How could I forget? Don't lock onto him, because your rolls just get messed up if you do. I want to avoid rolling directly into him, but to the side of him. And I don't want to roll to the left. Like, I want to roll diagonal, not left or up. Because that's all you can roll to when you're locked on. Hold on, I need to test this. I'm pretty sure you can only roll in 4 directions. Left, right, down, down right, down right, down right. Yep. You can only roll in 4 directions. I can't roll diagonally. I know I've said this the entire playthrough, that you can't roll diagonally, but I just need to confirm that. That's why you don't lock on. Like, lock on is good if you want to keep the enemy in your camera, but it just messes with your lock on, your rolling. That's why I didn't lock onto Artorias, because I need to roll diagonally towards him. Otherwise I couldn't avoid his spin attack. Of course, you have that. Oh, instant dash. Lingering hitbox. You know, the sword actually doesn't hurt you. You could literally just walk into the sword and it doesn't hurt you, even though it's on fire. It's only when he does attacks, it has a lingering hitbox. It doesn't always have a hitbox. Like in Dark Souls 2, the Mirror Knight boss, his shield is always active, doesn't matter if he's blocking or not. These guys, their shields are only active if they're blocking. Like, you could hit the shield and it goes right through it if they're not blocking. Mirror Knight, he could just stand there and you could swing at the shield and it just deflects it. That's the same case here. His sword's not always a damage volume. It's only when he's attacking damage volume's there. It's not because his sword's on fire that it's lingering. It's lingering because it's just a long attack, I guess. It also does full damage to you too. Supposedly parrying this boss trivializes the fight. Why did I take off 2 hand? Eh. How long have I been trying this now? It's probably been an hour. I keep losing because I'm bad. Can you get up here? I forget. Is there anything even over here? It bypasses him. Even if I took like some damage. I think he only ever does the instant attack on you if you're close to him. Maybe. He hasn't done it in recent times. Recent attempts, so... maybe if I just stay away from him. Make him use his jump all the time. Ow. That barely... that didn't even hurt me. Wait, is this a strat? Oh, I should have hit him twice. What am I doing? That wasn't the attack I thought it was. He swung twice. I thought he only swings once. I don't know. This seems to be working. At least better than my other attempts. I already forgot what I did in the other attempts. I kinda just like rambled and forgot about everything. The only issue is this. Okay. So I'm not gonna touch the camera at all, by the way. That's my issue. The camera auto-turned when I'm running backwards. So I had to readjust my camera to see him. But I can't really do that too easily because I either need to stop sprinting or I need to have a really awkward finger position. Because sprint and camera control are... I use the same finger for both of them. So I have to swap between using either one of them. And when the camera turns by itself, I'd rather not. Like if you're running forward, the camera doesn't turn. I don't know why it turns when you're running backwards. I think the camera is trying to auto-adjust to the direction you're running to. But it really shouldn't. Maybe there's a setting for that. I'll check after this fight. Read the wrong attack again. I need to try and differentiate between the two attacks. Because one attack he just swings once, other attacks he combos. Nope, there's no setting for that. It's key settings. Camera just wants to have a mind of its own then. That means I have to keep constantly readjusting the camera. Like, it should really just stay static. I don't know why his weapons just popped in. I don't know why they decide to mess with the camera at all. Like, is it that hard to make a good camera? Like, you don't need to do anything for the camera. You don't need to make any automatic adjustments. Do you? Like, the camera should be completely player controlled. Like, imagine playing an FPS where the camera just moves by itself. Well, I guess it does, sort of, when you have camera sway when sniping. I mean, that's kind of the same thing here. It's like you don't have control of the camera when you should. Oh, I couldn't see him. My attack's so slow. I could always get 2 hits on him. What was different there? Was that one attack just too fast for me to do a second hit? That was strange. I don't know. Because that attack hit me when I was trying to do the double heavy attack too. It's the same attack. Is that attack just too fast for me? Because that's not his fast attack. That's not his instant damage attack. You can react to that, but I'm hoping to just hit him twice to stagger him. Also, I could probably kill him if I used Red Tearstone Ring. The double damage would mean I get really close. Because I'm getting to close to half now. Using this strat. I could try to parry him, but... yeah. I don't know why I dodged there. Yeah, see? That's what normally should happen. I rolled the wrong way. That's a pillar. That's another pillar. It didn't jump at me. There we go. That's not his jump. Oh, it's just dash. Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with.